Alright guys, this is Stine here, and today I'm gonna talk about the Apple MacBook Pros 2012, the latest model before the Retina display. So if we take a look on the outside of the notebook, we can see it's all made of aluminum, and it has a really great build quality. Looking on the back of the notebook, we have nothing, just this black band that is part of the screen to let it open. On this side we have the lock and the CD, DVD player and writer. On the front we have the light of the notebook that shows us if the processor is working or not, and we have the spot to actually open the screen. On the other side we have the headphones out, the SD card reader, two USB 3.0. We have even a Thunderbolt and the Firewire 800 port, and the Ethernet port and the AC in magnetic spot. So here we have the cable, and if we just stick the cable near the spot, it just goes inside. This is a great feature about Apple. It shows really how they built their product. They are top of the line build quality product. So the magnetic AC in allows you to prevent any kind of damage to the cable and to the notebook if you erroneously pull up the cable without noticing it. So you just pull up it and then it goes without any pain, because it's magnetic. There is no locking or anything else. So if we open the screen, you can see the back logo. It's backlighted. So taking a look on the inside, we see the screen, 13-inch backlighted LED screen with a resolution of 1280 for 800, and this is a really thin screen, as you can see, even if it's not the Retina display. We have the standard 13-inch keyboard. This is not backlighted, but you can choose the backlight one, and I would prefer it really a lot for use the notebook in dark rooms or on your bed before going to sleep. Then we have, like I said, everything is made of aluminum. We have here the start button for the notebook. The multi-touch trackpad is really big for the size of the notebook and is really usable. You can touch it with your entire hand and it doesn't move anything, so you need to use it with your finger, and this prevents you to make any kind of opening or problems just touching the trackpad without knowing it. We have the front camera. It's a 720p front camera HD. It's pretty much good. The pictures are not awesome, but they are good, you know, for Skype or any kind of call, Facebook calls, or just taking pictures for your avatars. This is really suitable, really good. Now let's speak about the specifications. So this exact model is a 13-inch LED display with an Intel i5 CPU, 2.5 GHz dual core. You can choose even the i7 2.9 GHz dual core, and we have 500 gigabytes HDD, 5400 RPMs. So this is not really fast. This is maybe just one back point for the notebook, but you can choose the version with the SSD, or you can upgrade to the SSD yourself. In that case, you need to remove the back panel from the notebook, and you need to have the Phillips screwdriver. Then we have 4 gigabytes of RAM, up to 16 if you want. They sell the kit for about €100, $100. The video card on this notebook is the Intel HD Graphics 4000, but you can choose the version with the NVIDIA GeForce GT 650, and that is better for playing games or doing video editing of big videos or high quality videos. But you know, I'm sure you don't get an Apple MacBook Pros to play games, just because it's not the way these notebooks are meant to be used. The operative system on this notebook is the OS X Mountain Lion. I'm not a big Apple fan, but you know, they are really well built, and there is a thing about Apple that no one else has. So this notebook has a real good fluidity and is pretty much fast, even without the SSD and with this low configuration. You know, this is not the best you can get, but however, it's fast, it's smooth, and it never lets you down, even with audio or video editing. And this is possible not because of the amazing specification or the great processor or the tons of gigabytes of RAM. This is possible because even with a low profile notebook, because the i5, the 4 gigs of RAM, the standard Intel HD graphics, these are not great, awesome product. These are normal product. You can get this notebook for 1,200 euros, so it's not really cheap. You can get another notebook with the same specification, maybe higher, with half the price, maybe an HP or a Compaq or a Toshiba, an Asus. But you know, the really great thing about Apple is that they develop and test their operative system on their notebooks and iMacs and every kind of stuff they made, really at a point that Microsoft or Android, if you speak about smartphones, they cannot do that kind of stuff, just because they are, especially Microsoft, is going to power all the others PCs and notebooks and laptops and tablets that are on the market. Apple just do a few models, they build their own operative system, and they test it until the use of the operative system and the hardware is pretty much perfect. So you can reach the top from all the components of the notebook. And this results in a great usable notebook for video and audio editing. So I cannot video editing as fast as with this notebook, maybe if we put inside at least an SSD. Not even with my Asus, the N76VZ, with an i7, with 16 gigabytes of RAM, with the NVIDIA GeForce 650M with 2 gigs of RAM. So Apple really has a point on this development of the operative system and the hardware for the best performance you can reach. Then there is the overall quality. So a bad point about Apple that I really don't like is the price. So they sell actually great stuff. The quality is really at the top level, but the value for money is really on the lowest level ever. So they practically sell things with double the price of their real value. So you can pay this $1,200 and another laptop with the same specification is about to cost 600, the exact half or less. So it's the same for the iPhone, it's the same for the iPad, it's the same for every kind of product they made. The value for money is really not so good. But however, if you need a notebook for your studio, for music editing, video editing, then a MacBook Pros will be your first choice. It's meant to be used for that purpose. So you spend much money, it's right, but you will get what you're paying for that kind of stuff. Otherwise, if you like to play games with your PC, if you like to mod it, to benchmark it, and to have a most variety of choices for the activities to do with your laptops, then maybe you have to go with another kind of productor. Like, you know, if you like gamings, with this money you can get an M14 from Alienware. If you like multimedia, so actually video editing, but even playing games and doing all other stuff with a big screen, you can get the Asus Multimedia Line 70.3 inch with the same amount of money, really a little bit less. So basically, this is your choice, but the product is really great, is at the top you can get for the build quality and for the performances, but they cost a lot. So like I said, this is your choice. So guys, rate and subscribe if you like it. This really helps the channel to move on, and see you next time with another review. Bye!